What if a worn-out wheat penny in your pocket is worth millions? Money bag. In this video, we reveal the most valuable rare wheat pennies, even in bad condition, that could change your life. Don't miss this. First up, the idea of a 2009D wheat penny is one of the most common misunderstandings among beginner coin collectors, and to give you a complete and very long, detailed explanation, we need to start by correcting this concept from the foundation and then build layer by layer into history, design, minting, condition grading, market value, and collector behavior, because without that clarity the rest of the information becomes confusing. The term, wheat penny, specifically refers to the classic Lincoln cent reverse design used from 1909 to 1958, where the back of the coin shows two stylized wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, a design that became iconic in American numismatics, but after 1958 this design was permanently replaced, first by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse 1959-2008, and then in 2009 by a completely different commemorative series, meaning that by definition no official wheat penny exists for the year 2009, so if you have a coin dated 2009 with a D mint mark, what you actually own is part of the special Lincoln Bicentennial Series issued by the United States Mint to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, and the D mint mark indicates that your coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is one of the primary minting facilities in the United States and is known for producing large volumes of circulating coinage, and understanding this context is essential because it explains why the coin is historically interesting but not necessarily rare. In 2009, instead of continuing the Lincoln Memorial design, the U.S. Mint released 4 distinct reverse designs over the course of the year, each symbolizing a major phase in Lincoln's life, and these designs include the birth and early childhood in Kentucky, reverse showing a log cabin that represents his humble origins, the formative years in Indiana, design depicting a young Lincoln reading a book while taking a break from manual labor, the professional life in Illinois, design where he stands confidently as a lawyer before his presidency, and the presidency in Washington, D.C., design featuring the partially constructed Capitol dome during the Civil War era, and each of these designs was struck in both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark, meaning that millions upon millions of these coins entered circulation, which is a key reason why their value remains low unless they are in exceptional condition or have unusual characteristics. Now shifting focus specifically to your coin being in bad condition, this dramatically impacts its collectible value because in numismatics condition is often more important than age, and coins are graded on a standardized scale ranging from poor P1 all the way to mint state Mississippi 70, and a coin described as being in bad condition usually falls into the lowest categories such as poor, about good AG, or good G, where most of the design details are heavily worn. Lincoln's portrait may appear flat with little to no visible hair detail. The inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust may be weak or partially worn, and the reverse design might be difficult to distinguish clearly, especially if the coin has also suffered environmental damage like corrosion, staining, pitting, or discoloration caused by moisture, chemicals, or long-term exposure to the elements, and unfortunately such damage reduces collector appeal even further. From a market perspective, a 2009D Lincoln Bicentennial cent in poor or heavily circulated condition is generally worth only its face value of 1 cent, or at most a few cents, around 2 to 5 cents, if sold in bulk or to someone filling a collection, because the supply is extremely high and demand for low-grade examples is minimal. And while some beginners might hope that the year 2009 automatically makes the coin rare or valuable, the reality is that rarity in coin collecting depends on low mintage, survival rates in high grade, and collector demand, none of which strongly apply to heavily worn 2009D cents. However, There are exceptions that can increase value even for a coin in poor condition, and this is where careful inspection becomes important, because mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchettes, or other anomalies, can make a coin significantly more valuable regardless of wear. Though such errors are relatively uncommon and usually require magnification or expert evaluation to confirm. And another subtle factor that adds interest to 2009 coins is their composition, because unlike standard modern pennies, which are mostly zinc with a thin copper plating, the 2009 bicentennial cents were struck using a bronze alloy similar to earlier historical pennies, approximately 95% copper, chosen intentionally to reflect the composition used during Lincoln's early life, which gives the coin a slightly different weight and feel, though this does not dramatically increase its monetary value. Beyond financial worth, these coins hold educational and historical significance, as they represent a unique moment in U.S. coinage when the reverse design changed multiple times within a single year to tell a biographical story, something rarely done in circulating currency. And for collectors building a complete Lincoln cent set, all four 2009 designs are essential, which is why even low-grade examples are sometimes kept rather than discarded, but still, condition remains the key factor that separates common coins from valuable ones. In conclusion, your 2009D Wheat Penny is not actually a wheat penny but a Lincoln bicentennial cent, and in bad condition it is typically worth only a few cents unless it has a rare minting error, yet it remains an interesting and meaningful piece of modern numismatic history connected to Abraham Lincoln and a special commemorative year. And if you want to go even deeper into its potential value, the best next step is to identify which of the four reverse designs you have and carefully examine the coin for any unusual features that might set it apart from the millions of ordinary examples in circulation. Please like and subscribe to my channel.